But I get choked up, because there's a lot of misunderstanding out there right now. What you read, what you hear, what you watch on TV.
The NFL wants you to believe that Jon Gruden is an evil person.
I mean, he's offended just about everybody.
National Football League, this hurts me. The clock is ticking, man. I'm sorry.
No.
He deserves to be shamed, and that's exactly what has happened to him.
His position was no longer tenable in the National Football League. Period. End of story.
But time and time again, former players and colleagues come to his defense.
But I do not believe that Jon Gruden himself is a racist. I would not put that on him.
I didn't see anything racist from Jon Gruden my 6 years playing underneath him.
Coach Gruden has never, ever done anything verbally that would make me think that he is a racist, he's homophobic.
But I will end it like this. We all have emails. So be careful what you ask for.
But you're not gonna call my head coach a racist. There's no way a fire-breathing racist would be in front of me or on my speed dial.
I think that Jon Gruden should be welcomed back into the NFL.
Yes.
It was 10 years ago, and I'm not going to chalk everything up to racism. I think we accept his apology, move forward.
Being so close to him and being one of his closest players, I believe, I know he's not a racist.
Well, I probably know Jon better than anybody in the league on a personal level.
We're talking about a private conversation. If you look at my phone right now, you could probably find something like, I can't believe KJ said that.
I played for him. I played, won the AFC title with him and lost in the game before the Super Bowl, so I cried with him as well.
You know how many NFL coaches or NFL owners probably think what he said and have said what he said, but those players are playing for their coaches. It's not another topic, Joe.
He said he never experienced or saw anything that would say Jon was racist in any way. That is exactly the experience I had those 7 years traveling 3 days together on the road.
The media mob even went so far as to target black individuals for defending Jon Gruden. This included Mike Tirico, Tony Dungy, and an unnamed black player who hugged Gruden. And we all know the NFL is not exactly a place full of angels.
The NFL gives second chances. They give third chances. We've had people do far worse crimes. Crimes, I'm talking about crimes. Guys have gone on to play in the National Football League.
The NFL is after Jon Gruden after he has exposed them in court.
Somebody wanted him out.
Yeah.
They were going to keep releasing the emails until he walked away or they made him run.
As I told Coach, whoever took you out, Jon, that was a paid assassin. That was one of the best hit jobs that I've ever been around.
An incredibly credible source said to me, this is a mafia hit on Gruden. That's what it is.
Our complaint alleges that NFL executives and Roger Goodell himself communicated with the Raiders and demanded that they fire him. They pressured the Raiders to fire him. And when the Raiders didn't, defendants continued to threaten that more documents would be leaked until Mr. Gruden was fired.
So now that most people believe that the NFL was behind the email leak and that Jon Gruden should not have been forced to resign, now the NFL media machine wants you to believe he's a terrible coach.
I worked at ESPN for 9 years. I don't even want to watch the channel anymore because I don't believe everything is true. And I know a lot of it is just trying to get people to watch.
Before the emails were released, he was leading the #1 passing offense in the NFL and was first place in the division.
I am going to be true blue to Gru. I love Jon Gruden. I believe in Jon Gruden, and I think this team is on a magic carpet ride.
And they get the Raiders, and the first year they can put fans in the stands. This is one of the best watches in the league.
The Raiders had also gone 3-0 for the first time in 19 years before the emails were released.
He's a guy that taught me the foundation of what I know about this game.
Jon Gruden's influence on the league is undeniable. Coaches like Mike Tomlin, Sean McVay, Nathaniel Hackett, Zach Taylor, Kyle Shanahan, Gus Bradley, Raheem Morris, Rod Marinelli, Rich Bisaccia have all been mentored by Jon Gruden at some point in their careers.
Jon Gruden is a guy that when I first got into the coaching profession, I finished playing at Miami of Ohio, and he hired me on his staff in Tampa. What a great mentor he's been to me. He's a guy that taught me the foundation of what I know about this game. He is the standard, and he's something that you always strive to match. Coach Gruden, I'm forever thankful for what you've been to help get me to this point.
Gru has no fear. He doesn't. He looks at an issue or a problem and he sees it as an opportunity. I worked for him for 4 years, man. You can't fake that. It's every day from him. His can-do approach, the positive energy that he consistently brings to whatever challenge that the job presents, helped me grow in a big way as a coach when I worked for him as a young guy, for sure.
The media has gone as so far as to claim that Jon Gruden was never sold on Derek Carr, despite the fact that Gruden has always stuck with him.
Gruden has gotten the very best out of Derek Carr, and Jon Gruden deserves credit.
That's why Jon says he's so ecstatic about Derek. He's been saying that he's the guy forever, and no one's been listening to him.
Gruden deserves credit for this. He looked at Derek Carr, and he said this 2-3 years ago. He's like, you win a lot of games in this league with Derek Carr.
Even when he was offered Tom Brady, according to Dana White.
I worked to put that deal together for Brady and Gronk to come to the Raiders. It was almost a done deal.
Gruden was the one who shut the deal down and said, we're sticking with Derek Carr.
And at the last minute, Gruden blew the deal up and said that he didn't want him.
The media now blames Gruden for every single bad draft pick by the Raiders, but for some odd reason, he never gets credit for all the great picks and signings he's made throughout the years. He drafted Colton Miller, who is now the Raiders franchise left tackle, Josh Jacobs, who's been to the Pro Bowl, Hunter Renfrow and Max Crosby, who are corner pieces for the franchise right now, and he has also drafted Foster Moreau, a critical tight end for the Raiders, and along with Henry Ruggs, who despite the accident was on the way to being a star in the NFL, and just last year picking up Nate Hobbs, the #1 cornerback on the Raiders roster today, along with Trayvon Merring, the starting free safety. Jon Gruden is also responsible for signing Darren Waller as a free agent in 2019, which would appear to be one of the best free agent signings in Raiders history. And Gruden also traded for Denzel Perryman to the Carolina Panthers for a 6th-round pick, an absolute steal since Denzel Perryman went on to make the Pro Bowl. Bro got a Pro Bowl player for a 6th-round pick. And 1st-round picks have not even worked out for the Raiders before Gruden was there in 2018. Colton Miller is actually one of 3 players to get a second contract of any Raiders 1st-round pick since 2005. And Vic Tafur of The Athletic even claims that Mayock was the one who did the most prep on Damon Arnett, and Mayock also had Leatherwood as the best player on his draft board at pick 17.
In all honesty, he was the highest rated player on our board at that time, offense or defense.
Of all the 1st-round pick busts since 2019, those 2 are objectively the worst. And when you look at the Raiders roster that Josh McDaniels is inheriting, it is pretty much the exact same roster that Gruden assembled in 2021. The only difference are the cornerbacks, Devontae Adams, and switching Yannick Ngakoue for Chandler Jones. Outside of that, you have the same linebackers, same D tackle and edge rusher, the same safety, same slot receivers and tight ends, and the majority of the same offensive line, quarterback and running back in the same exact team that got to the playoffs last year. And now the Raiders are set to potentially make a Super Bowl this year or next year. So Jon Gruden, although he's not perfect, deserves credit for helping get the Raiders to this point. People claim Jon Gruden only won a Super Bowl because he inherited Tony Dungy's team. Now this time, Josh McDaniels is inheriting Jon Gruden's team. The NFL is not against Gruden because they give a crap about social justice. Jon Gruden badmouthed Roger Goodell, so this is personal between the two.
The document came out just 2 hours before the NFL Players Association convened to vote.
The emails were also conveniently released to help the unpopular NFLPA president DeMaurice Smith get re-elected, even though his job was in jeopardy after facing criticism from players like Richard Sherman.
The one page that was released on Friday was a favor to DeMaurice Smith to help him secure the votes necessary to stay on the job.
And now Gruden is suing Roger Goodell and the NFL. The NFL failed in Nevada court to dismiss his lawsuit and push it to arbitration. And it may be years, but Gruden is going to keep fighting until he gets justice and perhaps back in the NFL.
I still love football. I've made some mistakes, but I don't think anybody else in here hasn't. And I just ask for forgiveness, and hopefully I get another shot.
Like this video if you have not already, and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. My name is WiFiWillie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.